Good morning, YouTube. It's been a while since I made a trail video. Going into Memorial Day weekend, and we are on a 70-mile loop trail in northern central Virginia. It's called the Massanutten Loop Trail, and I'm out here with another AT hiker, Willin, and we're giving it a roll. Hopefully 3 days, maybe 2.5. And we're walking up the ridge here. We parked at Signal Knob Parking, and we are doing the loop clockwise. It looked like a cool way to do it. You can do it either way. I'm not sure which way is the best. We're doing some recon, get some information. Maybe you want to hike it, maybe you don't. The only information I got for this trail to start out with was 70 miles. It's rocky, it's hard, and there's little to no water. There's like 3 water spots. So, decided to come out and give it a try. So far this morning we're walking up this ridge. Reminds me a lot of the AT, kind of close to the AT. The Tuscarora Trail goes east to west on the Massanutten Loop. Actually connects up with the AT over on the east side. So far it's been pretty nice. Stayed at a place called Elizabeth Prentice Family Campground last night. They have some nice facilities, have some nice areas. There's a few hammock trees. We found some hammock trees in Site 29. $16 a night. Everyone's pretty nice. And we're just gonna keep going as far as we can. Today, goal is to do about 25. Get to Camp Roosevelt, where there's water. When you start clockwise, according to trail notes I found on Meetup, there's some water at 8 miles in. There's also some water at 25, and hopefully we'll get to the 8 miles by lunch. And then we're gonna try to get to 25 tonight to camp, get some more water. So far, everything's going great. Trying out some new stuff for this hike. The main things I'm trying out for this hike, first thing is I'm not using tarp snake skins. I used it for 2 through hikes. Very sentimental about the snake skins because I made them. But this time, I'm just not going to use them. See how it works out. Second thing I'm trying for this hike is a new suspension for my hammock. I went from the Humminbird tree strap compo to a Marlin spike setup. It's a little bit lighter. Just taking the whoopee straight into the end channel and then hooking onto some tree straps I made out of spider poly or Dutchware. It's really light. Gives me a little bit more adjustability. And the last thing I'm trying are these awesome blue shorts from Cotopaxi, or they sent them to me, and I'm trying it for free just on this 4-day hike. See how nice they are. So far they've been pretty nice. Starting to sweat, get into them. So head up the ridge here, Massanutten Loop Trail. The blazes are orange, kind of broken orange, like an upside down exclamation point. But it's been pretty nice. Hopefully gonna make some more videos so you can see what it's all about. Hey guys, we're in the afternoon of day 1. The Massanutten Trail is a loop trail. It goes around a nice little valley. And as you can see down there, you're getting some pretty great views. Alright, well, it's about 2:30. We're hiking along. So a lot of the trail looks like that. Looks like that. It's a pretty classic ridgeline trail. First part of it wasn't too bad, and then you went up to the last part we've been working on for about 2 hours. It's getting a little warm, a little bit more exposed in the first part, but overall it's been a great day. It's a little breezy. Most of day 1 has been tunneled in, not too much heavy exposure, and just having a great time. I can tell right now dogs are barking a little bit, probably probably around 16, 17 miles in to 25. But we're going to take a little break here in a minute and get a snack and regroup. And the other big thing on this trail is water. Right now we're in the middle of a 16-mile dry stretch, but luckily there's a few bonus spots in the area going into the dry stretch right before you got to the dry stretch, so you're able to get a lot of water and fill up, stay hydrated. That's for right now. I'll come back and we'll talk when we get to camp. Morning everyone. Day 2, Massanutten Loop Trail. Yesterday was kind of a long day. Made it all the way to Camp Roosevelt and found a little camp spot close to the water supply down at the public camp. And got into bed after we ate. And we got up about 5 this morning. Headed out, going up something called Mount Duncan, I'm not sure. And that's what the trail looks like. A lot of logging in this area. So right now we're following like a skid steer road. Someone's brought a skid steer up here. See the tracks where they're logging. Yesterday was between 22, 25 miles. Guidebook said 25. Garmin said 22. It's a pretty long day. Started at 7. Got done at about 7:30. And today it's probably going to be over 20 miles to get to the water. Big part of the difficulty of this trail is some fairly long water carries for Virginia. First day was like 16 miles. Today it's going to be about 15, 16 miles. So you got to kind of plan it carefully. The terrain is it's a little rough in some places, a little rocky. It's pretty much just like the AT in a lot of places because we're just to the side of Shenandoah here. It's actually a trail that goes east to west on this loop called the Tuscarora, and it actually goes to Shenandoah. And we've already passed that intersection of that trail, and probably pass it again maybe today or tomorrow because it cuts the loop. So that's where we're at right now, and got a little bit of the normal aches and pains. We're doing good. All my gear is doing great. Weather has been fairly nice, and we're just gonna keep trucking. The whole loop's about 70 miles. I assume we'll get done sometime tomorrow, or maybe early Monday. We cut off tomorrow short. So that's where we're at, and I'll talk to you later. Right, it's afternoon, day 2. As you can see, I'm on a road walk. There's a detour for logging. It's a big logging area here. And so they claimed this road walk was a mile. Looks like it's about 100. And as you can see on the road walk, like the trail, little to no shade. So we're trying to follow this up to see where it connects back with the Massanutten and go from there. Today's been a little bit slower. All the normal aches and pains are coming back. Just trying to keep moving. Plan for tomorrow is to hike pretty close to the parking lot camp, and then wake up and then head home. Today's been a pretty tiring day. This morning before lunch, did a section called Waterfall Mountain. There's no waterfall, but going over it clockwise. A lot of steep switchbacks, pretty fast elevation gain, and it kind of just takes it out of you. And as you can probably see, kind of warm. Virginia in the summer. I have plenty of water, but we're in the middle of another one of the 16-mile dry stretches. So pretty much only one option. That's to hike to the water. But hopefully I don't have to look at this too much longer. Talk to you guys later. All right, good morning guys. Here on the Massanutten Trail. It's day 3. Yesterday was a pretty long day. It's about 25 miles. Depending on which GPS you're using. And it was about a 16-mile dry stretch to get to the ATV camp, which is just the ATV parking lot. And there's a little stream half a mile down the road. When you're going clockwise, when you hit the main road where the ATV parking is, you go right. You go down about a half mile on a sketchy road with no shoulder. And there's a giant pipe spring on the left. A super nice pipe spring. When I was there, it was flowing pretty well. It rained a little bit yesterday. And we got water. We ate at the pipe spring, sitting on the side of the shoulder, like some true thru hikers. And we went back and went to sleep. And we got thunder and rainstorm all night. But I stayed dry. Got up this morning, headed out about 6. Guys both wanted to get an early start because the water situation today is just as poor as the other days. I gotta go about maybe 9 miles, maybe 15 without water to start out. So that's where we're at. Today, some of the highlights that I'm gonna try to make for you guys. There's a fire tower, Woodstock Fire Tower, and then we're gonna camp tonight. Supposedly the best views in the whole trail, a place called Signal Knob. That's where we're at, Signal Knob parking. That's where my car is. And just gonna keep trucking along. Trail looks like that. There's the blaze, as you can see. It's like an upside down exclamation point. So far, the trail's been really well marked, but there are a lot of intersections. So you gotta be careful. Make sure you're taking the right turn, because there's several trails that cross this trail that don't go where you want to go. So that's it. It's Sunday, Massanutten Loop Trail. We're on top of Woodstock Tower. It's probably one of the higher places with the better views. See down the valley. We're at Signal Knob. I'm gonna hold my GoPro over my head so you can see the view. This is supposed to be the best view on the whole trail. It's debatable. You can't really see because of the leaves, but I'll let you see it one more time.